Blessings, 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 beloved. I am Mama Pam, aka Pamela Dobson, and I do read, beloved, 7 minutes every day, so you do not have to read. My read is for the Smurf and TikTok family. We do broadcast every day live, but we're reading today. Today's read is for Saturday, August the 13th, 2022, Exodus the 28th chapter. Exodus the 28th chapter and the 9th verses read, "And thou shalt take 2 onyx stones and grave on them the names of the children of Israel." I should be on the road on this date, on the way coming back from California, driving our family Jeep. Please keep me in your prayers. We're reading from the King James Version of the Word of God, and it reads, And take and take thou unto thee Aaron thy brother and his sons with him from among the children of Israel, that he may minister unto me in the priest office, even Aaron, Nadab, and Abihu, Eleazar, Ithamar, Aaron's sons. And thou shalt make holy garments. And thou shalt make And thou shalt make holy garments for Aaron thy brother, for glory and for beauty. And thou shalt speak unto all that are wise hearted, whom I have filled with the spirit of wisdom, that they may make Aaron's garments to consecrate him, that he may minister unto me in the priest office. And these are the garments which they shall make: a breastplate, and an ephod, and a robe, and a broidered coat, a mitre, and a girdle. And they shall make holy garments for Aaron thy brother and his sons, that he may minister unto me in the priest office. And they shall make gold, and blue, and purple, and scarlet, and fine linen. They shall make the ephod of gold, of blue, and of purple, of scarlet, and fine twined linen with cunning work. Each shall have the 2 shoulders pieces thereof joined at the 2 edges thereof, and so it shall be joined together. And the curious girdle of the ephod, which is upon it, shall be of the same according to the work thereof, even of the gold, of the blue, and purple, scarlet, and fine twined linen. And thou shalt take 2 onyx stones, and engrave on them the names of the children of Israel, 6 of their names on one stone, and the other 6 names on the rest of the other stone, according to their birth. With the work of an engraver in stone, like the engravings of a signet, shalt thou engrave the 2 stones with the names of the children of Israel. Thou shalt make them to be set in ouches of gold. And thou shalt put the 2 stones upon the shoulders of the ephod for stones of memorial unto the children of Israel. And Aaron shall bear their names before the Lord upon his shoulders for a memorial. And thou shalt make ouches of gold, and 2 chains of pure gold at the ends of wreathen work shalt thou make them, and fasten the wreathen chains to the ouches. And thou shalt make the breastplate of judgment with cunning work, after the work of the ephod. Thou shalt make it of gold, of blue, and of purple, and of scarlet, and of fine twined linen shalt thou make it. 80 it shall be, being doubled. A span shall be the length thereof, and a span shall be the breadth thereof. And thou shalt set in it settings of stones, even 4 rows of stones. The first row shall be a sardius, a topaz, and a carbuncle. This shall be in the first row. And the second row shall be an emerald, a sapphire, and a diamond. And the third row, a ligure, and a agate, and an amethyst. And the 4th row, a beryl, and an onyx, and a jasper. They shall be set in gold in their closings. And the stones shall be with names of the children of Israel, 12 according to their names, like the engravings of a signet. Every one with his name shall they be according to the 12 tribes. And thou shalt make upon the breastplate chains. Come on, pages. Chains. The ends of the wreathen work of pure gold, And thou shalt make upon the breastplate 2 rings of gold, and shalt put the 2 rings on the 2 ends of the breastplates. And thou shalt put the 2 wreathen chains of gold in the 2 rings which are on the ends of the breastplate. And the other 2 ends of the 2 wreathen chains thou shalt fasten in the 2 ouches, and put them on the shoulder pieces of the ephod before it. And thou shalt make 2 rings of gold, and thou shalt put them upon the 2 ends of the breastplates, in the border thereof, which is in the side of the ephod inward. The 2 other rings of gold that shall make, and shall put them on the 2 sides of the ephod underneath, toward the forepart thereof, over against the other couplings thereof, above the curious girdle of the ephod. And they shall bind the breastplate by the rings thereof unto the rings of the ephod, with a lace of blue, that it may be above the curious girdle of the ephod, and that the breastplate be not loosed from the ephod. And Aaron shall bear the names of the children of Israel in the breastplate of judgment upon his heart, when he goeth in unto the holy place for a memorial before the Lord continually. And thou shalt put in the breastplate of judgment the Urim and the Thummim, and they shall be upon Aaron's heart when he goeth in before the Lord. And Aaron shall bear the judgment of the children of Israel upon his heart before the Lord continually. And thou shalt make the robe of the ephod all of blue, and there shall be a hole in the top of it, in the midst thereof. It shall have a binding of woven work round about the whole of it, as it were the whole of a habergeon, that it be not rent. And beneath, upon the hem of it, thou shalt make pomegranates of blue, and of purple, and of scarlet round about the hem thereof, and the bells of gold between them round about. Now a golden bell and a pomegranate, and a golden bell and a pomegranate upon the hem of the robe round about. And it shall be upon Aaron to minister, and his son shall be heard when he goeth in unto the holy place before the Lord, and when he cometh out, that he die not. And thou shalt make a plate of pure gold, and engrave upon it like the engraving of a signet, holiness to the Lord. And thou shalt put it on a blue lace, that it may be upon the mitre, upon the forefront of the mitre it shall be. And it shall be upon Aaron's forehead, that Aaron may bear the iniquity of the holy things with the children of Israel, shall hallow in all their holy gifts. And it shall be always upon his forehead, that they may be accepted before the Lord. And thou shalt embroider the coat of fine linen and fine linen. Almost finished it. I was trying. May the Lord add a blessing to you, the hearer, and me, the reader of this precious and sacred word of God. That takes us through Exodus, the 28th chapter and the 39th verses. I am Mama Pam, aka Pamela Dobson, and I do read here. I read on the broadcast 7 minutes every day. You can find us on Facebook and or YouTube under Pamela Dobson most any day, or always you can find the replays there. Any donation the Lord lays upon your heart to be a blessing unto us, please feel free to do it at, These are the various platforms that we broadcast on. And if the Lord leads you to give a donation, send all of your donations to $Mama Pam 23, paypal.me/Pamela Dobson. And Zelle is reserved for Mackenzie Scott Jewett, aka Bezo. Now, Sister Mackenzie, what I'm asking is for $7 million to build a transitional home for underprivileged girls like myself here in Texas, under the age of 18, preferably young girls that have had a baby and or are pregnant, and or young ladies who have possibly been in human trafficking. My job will be to love them, nurture them, instruct them, and guide them into being successful, God-fearing women in society today. So that's for Mackenzie Scott Jewett. Well, TikTok, I'm looking at the clock, so it seems that I must stop. Until the next read, God bless you, and remember, you are always on top and rising. TikTok.